The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Purpur Arena, downtown Grand Forks, for a New Year's Eve edition of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here today. It's a battle that will pit the East Region leader, Grand Forks Central, and a team that's fighting for position in the Eastern Dakota Conference, West Fargo Cheyenne, in a remake of a matchup that was supposed to take place back on the 16th of December, and the game has been moved to New Year's Eve, a special opportunity for our high school hockey teams to ring in the new year with a competitive game, as two games will be played in the Eastern Dakota Conference today, both of them here in Grand Forks, ringing in, or we should say ringing out, 2024. On the way to ringing in 2025. Welcome to Purpur Arena and our coverage here today as Central comes back after a tough road trip to War Road. They did pick up a win in that matchup, knocking off Notre Dame of West Haven, Connecticut. But in the matchup that we were looking forward to against War Road, Central had some real problems staying out of the penalty box, and they were beaten in that matchup by the Warriors by a final score of 4-1, and that was just a day after War Road had struggled with Grand Forks Red River. Central probably thought that War Road was ripe for the taking in that matchup, and War Road played an exceptional game. Jay Hardwick, the head coach of the Warriors, later said it was probably the best game that War Road had played to date. And so this Central team comes home after a bit of a letdown during the Christmas break, and now set to take on West Fargo Cheyenne, a team that the Knights and the Mustangs have had a little, I should say rather a game that the Knights and the Mustangs have had a little bad blood between the two of them over the course of the last several years, dating back to a big 17-0 beatdown that Central laid on Cheyenne a handful of years ago down there, and that led to a big win for Cheyenne over Central in an Eastern Dakota Conference tournament game here that sent Cheyenne on to a state tournament and kept Grand Forks Central at home for a season. So these two teams, when they see each other, they usually pick it up against one another. And Cheyenne's fighting for points that they need, currently in 5th place in the Eastern Dakota Conference. So they're looking for a victory against somebody that they're chasing to try to give them some upward momentum in those conference standings. We bring it to you today courtesy of our premier sports partners. They include Rivards Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales, and we're excited to start another calendar year with our two premier partners for high school sports. Rivards Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. They're going to be ready for you for your 2025 Turf and Forage products, whether it's those opportunities to shore up your lawn or those opportunities to bring in that big buck with a hunting plot. Whatever it is you're looking for, Rivards Turf and Forage mixes and matches their own seed varieties right here at their mixing plant in Grand Forks. They can change their varieties for the growing season that we're having. It's not like buying from the big box stores where it's one and done. Rivards is constantly tweaking things throughout the year. You can find them online at rivards.com for all their products, including those premium ice melters that they have to get you through these next couple of months of winter, or maybe longer. Let's hope it's not longer than that. And our premier sports partners include Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks, whether it's a new trailer, any design, make, or model, or repair for your current trailer, service to make it run like it's supposed to again. Grand Trailer Sales has you covered with everything that you're looking for at their shop on Highway 2 East in East Grand Forks. They've got the experience, they've got the parts and the know-how to make that trailer run again, and they're ready to work with you for whatever model of trailer that you're looking for to take your business or your fun up a level. Grand Trailer Sales and Rivards Turf and Forage bringing you our coverage here today. We've got a lot to go through in our pregame report. When we come back, we'll take a look at what we have as far as our Eastern Dakota Conference standings with Drive for the title. We'll break down where these teams are after about 10 games apiece so far this season. Grand Forks Central has played 9, and West Fargo Cheyenne has played 8, so a bit of a sample size to take a look at. And one of the things that jumps off the page, the leading scorers, the top two for West Fargo Cheyenne, are back on the Mustang blue line. We'll go through that. And our starting lineups in hockey with our countdown to tip-off or kickoff or face-off, depending upon what matchup we're in. You can see it on your screen as countdown to kickoff. It's countdown to face-off, and that's brought to you by Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood and Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. The team's just starting their warm-up routine. We're looking for a face-off on this one today, probably somewhere around 3:20, scheduled for a 3:15 face-off here at Purpura Arena. Stay with us. It's going to be a fun day of New Year's Eve hockey. West Fargo Cheyenne 2-6, Grand Forks Central 6-3. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports, and KNOX Radio today. For those of you taking this in today on radio, you have the opportunity to take this in via video as well. You can find our video stream on our webpage, knoxradio.com. Look under the Sports tab and the KNOX Live Sports tab, and you'll be able to find the video player there. For those of you that might be headed home or already at home and you're looking to take in the video coverage, you can do that as well by going on your smart device to YouTube and looking for KNOX TV on your YouTube channel, and from there you'll be able to pull it in on your smart device wherever you may be. It's a pleasure to be with you here today at Purpura Arena, downtown Grand Forks. Central 6-3 coming in after a loss to the War Road Warriors over the Christmas break. They'll take on West Fargo Cheyenne, coming in with a record of 2-6, and this one, rarity over the holiday break. It counts as far as points are concerned in the Eastern Dakota Conference. We have a big day of conference hockey coming up on Thursday, but rarely do you see games over the holiday break count for points. You're usually looking at a shootout, a tournament, something along those lines, but this one was lost due to weather back on the 16th, and a remake date comes available here on New Year's Eve, and so why not give it a chance? And we'll ring in the new year together with some high school hockey. Our pregame report today is brought to you by our friends at Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Their custom etching can put a patch on any piece of apparel that you're looking for, and the etching sometimes is even more durable than their custom embroidery work. And I've seen the process in action. Anything you have that you need etched, they can do for you at Signature Graphics and Apparel. The silk printing that they have, obviously the custom embroidery and vinyl signage for those of you looking for signage as well. Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks. And our pregame report brought to you today by True North Equipment, true to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations in the upper Red River Valley. True North Equipment is the home for those John Deere products that you've come to know and love generationally all throughout our region, whether it's for your farm or just for your home lawn or your business. True North Equipment ready with those John Deere products at True North Equipment. 10 locations to serve you in the upper Red River Valley. Let's take a look at where we're at as far as those conference standings today with Drive for the Title. Drive for the Title is brought to you today by Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks. Those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports, you can see that there's a pretty big day of some conference hockey coming up on Thursday just after we get out of the holiday break. Some schools, in fact, haven't returned at that point, but Central still unbeaten as far as the conference is concerned. A 6-3 record overall. They're 5-0 inside the Eastern Dakota Conference with all matchups ending in regulation. They've got 15 points, and for Central, their lone losses have been to pretty good Minnesota teams. East Grand Forks ranked 9th the last poll that I saw at the single A level. Bemidji, very good double A team, and then of course Warroad, who's highly ranked at the single A level as well. Red River, 3 wins in the league, including an overtime win, sitting at 11 points right now. So 4 wins in the league, one of those in overtime, and that was against Fargo North in that doozy that was 8-7 down at the Coliseum a couple of weeks ago. Devils Lake has moved their way out to 10 points, and perhaps we overlooked the Devils Lake Firebirds. Really good goaltending. They have that again in Devils Lake, and that loss that they came up with was in overtime. So they have yet to be beaten as far as a regulation game is concerned inside the conference. South Shanley 2-2-1 with 8 points. Then you can see where Cheyenne is at in a tie with West Fargo, Fargo North, and Fargo Davies, all with 6 points in the league. And so that really number 3 through number 8 position in the league is highly competitive right now. And with Devils Lake doing what they're doing, we expect that maybe some of the competition will catch up with them on the backside of the schedule. But still, the strong start that they're out to, there's a lot to play for. Davies is across town in Midtown today at Eagles Arena as another matchup that counts inside the region. That one was also lost due to weather back on the 16th of December. And on Thursday, North will be here. Really interesting game between those two. North 2-3 scored 7 goals on Red River down at the Coliseum. That should be an interesting matchup coming up on Thursday night. South Shanley will play at West Fargo on Thursday, getting back into the league, and then you're going to see this West Fargo Cheyenne team go on the road to Devils Lake. That's going to be a big, big game for West Fargo Cheyenne and for Devils Lake. That's not an easy place to play. And if Devils Lake gets a win in that one, that kind of puts them firmly up in that top tier of the EDC. Cheyenne gets that one, maybe gets this one today. All of a sudden, the Mustangs are in the running. So we've got a couple of crucial matchups coming up on Thursday inside the conference as we get back into conference play. That's Drive for the Title. It's presented by Toys for Trucks, your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. Custom wheels and rims, an entire showroom to help you take that ride to the next level. If you're working on one of those ride projects to get ready for the upcoming driving season, they have everything you're looking for accessories at Toys for Trucks. And right now it's about automatic starts. They have the premium models of automatic starts to make sure that your vehicle starts from the inside before you have to go outside each and every time to make that commute to work a little bit more manageable throughout the course of your winter. Get to Toys for Trucks and see what they can do for you. We continue with our pregame report in just a couple of moments. We'll come back and take a look at our game fuel, the players to watch in this matchup, presented by Circle K. And we're getting ready for the start of this matchup today with a 3:15 scheduled face-off, probably looking closer to 3:20 this afternoon here at Purpura Arena. It's the Knights and the Mustangs. Central 6-3, Cheyenne 2-6. And our coverage continues next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more.
Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College with faculty and staff here to help you succeed. We know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Today from Purple Arena, where Grand Forks Central is at home with a record of 6-3 to host West Fargo Cheyenne, currently 2-6. Central comes in 15 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Cheyenne 3 games back with a record of 2-3 inside the league. Our pregame report today brought to you by True North Equipment. True to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations in the greater Grand Forks area. True North Equipment, the home of those John Deere products that you've come to know and love generationally around our area. True North Equipment, ready to serve you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel with custom embroidery, silk printing, vinyl signage, and custom etching as well for patches that can be affixed to all sorts of apparel. It's a great location and a really great process. Stop and see them at Apex, or rather I should say at Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks. Well, let's take a look at our game fuel that we have for today, presented by Circle K. You're seeing more and more Circle K locations go up all around Grand Forks, and it's kind of exciting to see those locations turn over to Circle K. Their brand new location on South Washington Street in Grand Forks, a beautiful facility, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and a great beverage bar to go along with a very robust frozen food section. When you need some help in a pinch, they've got you covered at Circle K, but you're beginning to find their locations in a lot of different places. You'll find one on South Washington around 40th Street, South Columbia Road around 24th, and also now out on the west edge of town on 32nd Avenue South. Circle K bringing you our game fuel today. For those of you that are taking a look on KNOX Live Sports, direct your attention to what the Mustangs have going on right now, because those top two scorers for West Fargo Sheyenne are both playing on the blue line. They're a defensive pair together. Porter Bame is a captain on this team. Madden Weber has been a force that we've heard about for the last couple of years with West Fargo Sheyenne. But the oddity of 18 points coming from the blue line and your top two scorers there might strike some people as a little different. They've played very aggressively with their defensemen so far throughout the course of the year. Maybe not always to the advantage that they're looking for with a record of 2-6, but that seems to be where their scoring is coming from right now. As far as the forwards are concerned, Bennett Benson with 5 goals, Danner Brecky with 5 goals. Bennett Benson centers the second line. Danner Brecky's a winger on the third line, and so their scoring hasn't come from the traditional locations for high school hockey teams. Second, third line offensively, and then, of course, the top two scorers on the blue line. For Grand Forks Central, they've had a lot of balance when it comes down to their scoring. Cooper DeZiel, their leading scorer with 16 points, second-line center. Ryder Burris with 14 points is a third-line winger. And Trey Clausen with 10 points is a center on the third line. Mac Blue with 9 points is a winger on the second line. They've got good scoring up front. Donovan Bollock actually has 12 points. We may have missed that. My apologies, folks. We should have had Donovan Bollock up a little bit higher, the center on that first line with 12 points, but a lot of balanced scoring. Bollock with 12, Rivard with 8. He's a winger on the first line. Ryder Rivard with 8 points. Cooper DeZiel, 16. Gavin Walkenfuss with 8 points. Mac Blue with 9 points. That's the second line. And they've got some pretty good production from the blue line as well. Logan Nielsen, Finn Lockwood, both there. And we'll see what Weston Nielsen has to offer today as far as being a tool and some game fuel for Central to work with. Here's why we say that. Weston Nielsen's 1-2. He's had some tough matchups, couple of matchups against Minnesota teams, but he comes into this with an .899 save percentage and a goals against of 3. Now again, an .899 save percentage, pretty impressive considering that 2 of those losses have come against Minnesota teams. So we'll see what Weston Nielsen can do today. And that is your game fuel today, and it's brought to you by Circle K in Grand Forks. We continue with our pregame report. Our countdown to face-off, drive time to face-off, brought to you today by Mike's Custom Truck of Northwood and Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. 7 minutes left on the warm-up clock, and the pleasantries will begin in this one. And there's usually been just a little bit of bad blood between these two. We'll see if it happens again today. Cheyenne Central from Purpura Arena. We continue with our coverage next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
At a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports today. We are live at Purpur Arena, where we get set for the Grand Forks Central Knights with a record of 6-3 overall, unbeaten in the league at 5-0, to host an Eastern Dakota Conference matchup. They take on the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, who come in with a record of 2-6 in the overall campaign. Our pregame report brought to you today by True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you throughout the Red River Valley with 10 locations and Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Let's take a look at our keys for the game. They're presented by Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World. And, of course, they had an accident in their parking lot here recently, but they stayed open all the way through it in a huge bantam tournament this week that saw a number of people taken care of when they were coming in to replace equipment, get new equipment, that type of thing. A big thank you to Jarrell's for staying there and being open for us all the way through, someone driving through their front window. If you need pads or equipment for any position on the ice or precision skate sharpening, Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World is the place you go on South Washington in Grand Forks. They bring you our keys for the game. For Central, be prepared for this game to get physical. We mentioned there's always a little bit of bad blood between these two teams, and one thing the Mustangs like to do is ramp up the physicality against Central, see if they can draw them into some penalties, and Central had a number of penalties against Warroad in their last matchup. Also be aware of Central stretch plays. They do like to break it out when they have an opportunity and pick it up in the offensive zone. Be faster than what the Mustangs are going to be able to present to you defensively, because teams have a tendency of sagging back against Central. That means you've got to move them around with some pace when you get in the offensive end. For Cheyenne, you've got to challenge Central when they're up in your offensive end. You've got to come out and put a body on them. If you let Central stand around, this thing could get to be a long day for you. Also, look for those transition opportunities. And your goaltending, well, when you're playing Central, it's just got to come through for you. It's that simple. Those are the keys to the game today, brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. We're going to wrap up our pregame report next. We'll come back and get ready for the starting lineups, and we'll drop the puck in this one to get it started today. New Year's Eve hockey, Grand Forks Central hosting West Fargo Cheyenne next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sport.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
National anthem played here today at Purpura Arena, and we are set for our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here today from Purpura Arena. This one should be a good one, but again, there's a little bit of a rivalry feel to this one that always seems to make its way out, and we're looking forward to seeing if some of that is going to make its way out here today. Grand Forks Central, West Fargo, Cheyenne. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for today's matchup. They're brought to you today by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com. Today for West Fargo, Cheyenne, starting at between the pipes will be Ben Richter, a junior. His defenders on the left point, Charlie Yistabo, a junior, and Tommy Levin on the right point, a senior. Up front, it'll be Jamison Allen as the starting center with Caleb Andringa on his left wing, Cy Hassler on his right wing. David Benson is the head coach of West Fargo, Cheyenne. For Grand Forks Central, Weston Nielsen gets the start today in goal. Defensively, it'll be Wyatt Blake on the left point, a junior. Nielsen, by the way, is also a junior. Logan Nielsen is a defender on the right point. He's a senior. Up front, Donovan Bollock, a senior, will bring out the first line with Ryder Rivard on his left wing, a sophomore. Bollock is a senior. And Shea Kwame, who is on the right wing, is a junior. For Grant Paranika, the head coach of the Grand Forks Central Knights. The Knights are in white today with maroon. And Central actually seeing Cheyenne in a new color. Some black business suits, if you will. Some striping of royal blue and orange and white lettering and numbers across the front. So it's an interesting look that we have today for West Fargo Cheyenne. Kind of new uniforms we haven't seen from them throughout the course of time. Che Kwame looking to possess a puck in the Cheyenne zone off the draw. Looking for Rivard in the left corner. This turns back to the left wing. Cy Hassler will bring it back towards the right for West Fargo Cheyenne. Played right back into the offensive end by Wyatt Blake into the far corner. Clearing play coming back for the puck by Charlie Yistabo that went back behind his net. This is going to ring up into the Grand Forks Central end, and it will force Blake back to pick up control of the puck for Grand Forks Central on his own side. Mac Blue coming out, leading a line change for Central with possession of the puck, and a puck played up into the Grand Forks Central bench. Going to lead us to a draw coming up in the night zone. Yeah, these are interesting uniforms. Those of you seeing them on KNOX Live Sports. Traditional blue for West Fargo Cheyenne. They got the blue breezers today, but the black uniforms to go up top. Their crosstown rivals, West Fargo, the Packers, with some really beautiful black uniforms they unveiled a few years ago in the Eastern Dakota Conference tournament here. And I guess Cheyenne wanted to have the same feel with an alternative jersey, and they picked one up. Ian Iverson with a solid check on the left wing for Cheyenne, trying to possess a puck in the Grand Forks Central zone. Break out to Gavin Walkenfuss for Central, off to Mac Blue on the right wing. Blue taking a look, has Walkenfuss left side, shot that leaves a rebound out in front. DeZiel digging for it. It was Walkenfuss's shot. It hit goaltender Ben Richter right in the pads, and Richter was able to knock it down, but completely lost track of where the rebound was. And there was an opportunity for DeZiel to dig after the rebound. He just couldn't find it. Puck back into the Central end. It goes loose into the corner. A race for Porter Bame, one of the top scorers for West Fargo Cheyenne, coming after the puck deep up into the corner. You'll see Cheyenne pinching a lot with their defenders. Their top two scorers are defensemen. The other, Madden Weber, who just played a puck in from the left wing. It'll spring back out towards the right wall for Cheyenne. Mustangs trying to control in the corner, but Cooper DeZiel will take it after Kaysen Panzer rubbed a man off the puck. DeZiel up into the offensive end. Mac Blue has a puck chipped up into the rafters. Porter Bame back after it for the Mustangs in his own end. He'll leave it back, and the Mustangs will send Jake Cava out as they start a line change to their third unit. No score after 2 minutes of play on the All-True scoreboard here at Purpur Arena. Battle for control of the puck on the right side for Grand Forks Central. Logan Nielsen coming across the dotted line, trying to make a play up into the offensive end. So we pushed back into Central's end, and Weston Nielsen behind his own net looking for a transition play. Comes out to the left point, Tommy Levin trying to keep a pass low towards the far corner, trying to sight in Jake Cava, but that puck ends up being deflected on the way in. Comes back towards the right side. Yestabo trying to hold that right point for the Mustangs. Has it taken away by Trey Clausen, and the Knights try to make their way back through the neutral zone. It's pinned up against the far boards for Central. Taken back by Logan Nielsen. Steps up into the offensive end. Took a big hit. Got rubbed off a spot by Tommy Levin. Then Levin was paid a visit on the back end of that by Trey Clausen. And a puck is flipped up into the rafters that will see a stoppage with 14:16 left of the opening period. Our draws are brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks on Demers. They do all of their work quickly. They get it done right. They know you have a business and a team to promote. And Big Jim's Tire brings you our draws as well. Your number one supplier of egg tires in the region is Big Jim's Tire in Grand Forks. Clearing play by Yistabo. Rings all the way up the left wall, and that will bring us back for another icing call into the West Fargo Cheyenne zone. Had a chance to see Bantam hockey yesterday at Icon, the end of the Bantam AA tournament here. Another matchup between a highly ranked Moorhead team and the Grand Forks Aviators. This time Moorhead got the win. 3-1 final score in that matchup, but they're playing some really solid rivalry hockey against each other this season. Finn Lockwood with a wrister off the draw that's up and over the bar. Springs off the glass, works back into the neutral zone. Knights with control. Jake Spicer bringing out elements of the fourth line. The Knights are one forward short of 4 full today, so we'll see how they fill that out throughout the course. It looks like the fourth forward today for Grand Forks Central is going to be Brady Fee. He'll jump up with Jake Spicer and Rylan Spicer on the fourth line. That line's out on the ice as we speak. A chip shot off the backhand by Boone Kanta in the offensive end. Kanta will hold the right point, plays one back in behind the net. Yistabo for Cheyenne circling back out towards the right wall as Central changes up. Turnover in the neutral zone, however. Che Kwame takes it away. He's got a head of steam into the corner. Centers looking for an opportunity for Rivard, and Rivard got taken out from behind as he received the pass. Puck goes loose to the far wall. Be picked up by Caleb Andringa for West Fargo Cheyenne. He'll play it up the ice looking for Tommy Levin. Levin dragged it into the neutral zone, and Central's right back with it after a quick back check. Kwame left point, coming back right side. Beautiful pass into Bollock, who scores. Donovan Bollock with a dangle and a score coming in from the right side, and the Knights will take a 1-0 lead. Boy, a great pass that set that up for Grand Forks Centrals. We take a look at it again on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And you see the break right there at center ice that allows Central to come in. Kwame with a beautiful pass and the dangle and score for Donovan Bollock. That's just a fantastic play for Grand Forks Central. And the Knights take a 1-0 lead. Time of the goal is going to be at 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And it will be Bollock coming up with a goal for Grand Forks Central. Should be an assist in there from Kwame to make it 1-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll get the official scoring on it momentarily. Knights back in, up ice. Ryder Rivard coming up into the offensive end as we get the official scoring on it. Donovan Bollock does get credit for the goal, his 5th of the year. Boone Kant is going to pick up an assist as well, and Che Kwame. So it'll be officially Bollock from Kanta and Kwame. Time of the goal at 3:58. And for Boone Kanta, that's his 7th assist of the season. For Che Kwame, it'll be his 2nd assist and 5th point of the season. And for Donovan Bollock, his 5th goal and 13th point. And the Knights take a 1-0 lead on really a fantastic hockey play by Kwame, seeing a great pass for Donovan Bollock. That was not one that you could even see coming. And here comes Central, 3-on-1 odd man rush, passed out of the doorstep and a chip for Mac Blue, disrupted on a fantastic play by Ben Richter for West Fargo Cheyenne, who got in front of Kanta, or actually rather got in front of Blue after a 3-on-1 odd man completely broke down Cheyenne. Knights back into the offensive end. DeZiel reaching back after a puck in the air. Can't find it. Transitions back for Charlie Yistabo and pushed back up ice. Danner Brecky, 5 goals on the season. Tied for the team lead in goals scored so far. Yistabo a try that wrists up over the bar. Loose puck back to the right point for Tommy Levin. Disrupted back out in the neutral zone. Kwame coming up ice down numbers. He took a big hit from behind. He was leveled on a shot from Danner Brecky coming back into his own zone on the back check for Cheyenne. Puck loose, Clausen again, neutral zone. Stepping up, he's got Burris on his left. Left it on goal, kicked aside on a chance. Ben Richter able to knock that one away. There was a rebound for Burris to go chase. Burris couldn't quite catch up to it. Knights back in the neutral zone looking to repossess. It'll come back to their own line for Case and Panzer. Panzer a backhand off the far wall, looking for Trey Clausen once again. Clausen gets into a one-on-one tete with Tommy Levin, outduels him for control. Loose puck near side. Brady Kirkaby coming up the ice. His wrister disrupted. Burris comes back for control of the puck. Now Clausen dancing through the right circle. Burris behind the net, backhands it looking for Clausen, who waves at a shot that got deflected on the way in. Burris controls back behind the Cheyenne net. It comes out to the point. Chance from long range for Hunter Hildy. That's deflected into the corner. Tommy Levin makes a backhanded clearing opportunity. He couldn't get it out of the zone. Comes back to the high slot and a chance by Boone Kanta that rings wide. It'll be retrieved back behind the net. 1-0 Central on the All-True scoreboard. 10-10 to play in the opening period. Good physical game so far. Ryland Spicer near side looking for Kanta. Shot deflected up into the webbing. And we'll see a draw coming up in the West Fargo Cheyenne zone. Well, you go back to that play that scored the goal once again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And watch this pass that comes in from Kwame, stepping up into the offensive end. You can't even see that Bollock is going to be there, but that's the type of chemistry that line seems to have developed at this point, and they take advantage for the opening goal of the night on that sequence. Ian Iverson coming up into the offensive end for Cheyenne, plays a puck deep. Bennett Benson, one of their top offensive and one of their more aggressive players, comes in and throws a body in on Trey Clausen in the corner, looking to chase down the puck, and he got part of it back as well. Circles back to Trace Meyer in the left corner for Cheyenne. That broken up comes out to the left point, picked up there by Porter Bame, who drives one into the corner. It's loose behind the net. Blake coming back for Central. Has it poke checked off his stick by Bame, and it goes loose behind the Central net. A look, and we'll see Spicer playing it back out towards the left. Fee trying to play one up into the neutral zone. Broken up, and a hit from behind coming in on Madden Weber, who picked that opportunity off. And Central trying to get physical with their fourth line as Cheyenne got a little physical a couple of shifts ago. Fee pinning up a puck against the left side wall. This leaks back into the Central zone. Taken back by Central. Off the near side by Logan Nielsen. Nielsen back to Fee at center ice. And now off to the right for Ryland Spicer. He dumped it deep. Central trying to facilitate a change. They'll get their first line back on the ice. Bollock picks it up along the dotted center line. Trails this one down to the West Fargo Cheyenne zone. It goes loose to the far wall. Danner Brecky for Cheyenne looking to take control, but Bollock took it away. Bollock back to Kwame, back to Bollock, and that one missed just wide. Boy, that was another great play between Bollock and Kwame, and Bollock couldn't quite catch up to it. Kwame looking for a one-timer on a pass out of the corner from Rivard, missed on it. A puck deflected towards the far corner on a chance by Finn Lockwood. This will be dumped up into the central end for icing, and will work back into the Cheyenne zone for a draw. 8:24 left of the opening period, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Knights. Our scoreboard updates are brought to you by All True. Regular screenings with All True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Bennett Benson will take the draw for West Fargo Cheyenne. Left of his goaltender, Ben Richter, and Benson wins it, sending the puck out near side for Trace Meyer, and the Mustangs will move up into the neutral zone. Benson trying to hold. A dump into the central end gets broken up. Little play for control along the central line. Picked back by Finn Lockwood. A spinning backhander off the far wall leaves the puck loose. Bollock got to it. Up ice with Rivard. 2-on-2. Pass back to Bollock is broken up. Trailing the play is Ian Iverson on the back check, but Kwame was able to reach back, take control of it. Got a wrister away that was kicked aside. Back off towards the left side. Picked away again for West Fargo Cheyenne by Ian Iverson. And Iverson struggles his way up as far as the line. Then left the puck on the far side for Jake Cava, who took a beating before the, next line came out to relieve him. Poor Cava was out there by himself at that point, trying to control it. Mac Blue chasing down a puck for Central. This played through the neutral zone by the Mustangs, but they'll say touched up. They wave off the icing call. Nielsen gets run from behind, and a penalty coming up against West Fargo Cheyenne. Nielsen got hit behind the net, trying to transition the play back out, and Cheyenne trying to touch up the puck with the extra attacker on the ice. DeZiel trying to keep it alive. He cannot, and we'll see a penalty against the Mustangs. Nielsen got hit hard right between the shoulder blades, and an interference call will go against West Fargo Cheyenne, leading to the first power play of the night. And the penalty will go against Landon Erickson for West Fargo Cheyenne. So Erickson goes to the box for interference. Time of the penalty will be at 9 minutes and 47 seconds of the opening period. And Central on the power play, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, online. Quick chance, all Wackenfuss right between the hash marks. Had a good wrister on it. Ends up taking a hit from behind, but a well-set play by Mac Blue. They get an opportunity early in the power play. DeZiel to a stop along the right wall. Lockwood back to DeZiel on the wing. Down to the corner. That pass sprays errantly. Gavin Wackenfuss chases it down in the left corner. This one works back right, and now Cheyenne trying to clear, and they will do so. It actually comes on net. Good clearing play that time from Porter Bame. Knights back to it with 1 minute 30 seconds left to go on the power play clock. Central back behind the net with Finn Lockwood measuring his break on an opportunity. Bennett Benson standing in front of him, trying to confront the opportunity. They try to push him to the wall in a double team, but Lockwood able to carry up into the offensive end, leaves for Wackenfuss. Back to Lockwood, but he couldn't get a handoff cleanly, and now we'll see a whistle as Central may have been offside. Or did we see a hand pass against Cheyenne? Looks like that will be the call. And we're going to go back into the Cheyenne zone for a draw with 1 minute 14 seconds left to go of power play time. So 1 minute 14 remaining on the man advantage for Central, leading 1-0 on the All True scoreboard. Face-off going to blow the puck back onto the neutral zone. And the Knights will go back to pick it up. Wyatt Blake along the center line back to the near side for Logan Nielsen. Nielsen off towards the right wall. Spicer taking a look, coming back towards the left wing. Absorbs some contact, gets into the offensive end. Drags the puck into the corner, then gets back behind the net. Circling back out to the right wall. Taking a look for an opportunity and plays it back out high for Wyatt Blake, the quarterback, the power play. Spicer, Blake looking, touch pass, one-timer blast wide. That came from Logan Nielsen. Really nice setup for Logan Nielsen off the left wing. Back towards the right, Spicer looking down underneath the net. Rivard is there. Rivard steps back out towards the wing. Back to Blake, high slot. Tried to feather a pass through. That broken up. Cheyenne will clear. It took a hop off of one of our officials, however, and the Knights don't have to go that far back to retake control of the puck. It's loose on the ice, and Logan Nielsen gloved it. We're going to see a hand pass called against Central. Nielsen caught the pass, tried to drop it, but maybe got some forward motion on that hand, and that's going to bring us out of the Cheyenne zone. We'll go to the line for the draw with 5:32 to play the opening period. And now actually they are going to bring it back into the Central zone. It looked like we were a little fooled. I think Central might have thought they were offside, so they set up for a draw on the Central line rather on the Cheyenne line, but hand pass was the call. It has not been a tremendously offensive game so far. The Knights have a goal, but only 4 shots. Cheyenne has 1, and that was a clearing play that came on net. So in all reality, both teams' defense have stood up. Left side, Mac Blue coming up into the offensive end. Power play continues. Quick dish to Zeal will score. Blue coming up into the offensive end, finding DeZiel on his right, and quickly on the power play, the Knights will make it 2-0. Goal's going to be at 11 minutes and 41 seconds, and what a fantastic play between those two. We've seen a couple of really nice 2-on-2 plays so far throughout, and DeZiel will come up with a score to make it 2-0. For DeZiel this season will be his 8th goal, 17th point. We'll wait for the official scoring on the assists, but a nice play for Grand Forks Central to score on the power play to make it a 2-0 advantage for the Knights. And a puck's going to fly up near the scorer's table. We get the official scoring on it. Cooper DeZiel does pick up the goal, and we'll have an icing call against Cheyenne. Mac Blue comes up with the assist, and there will also be an assist for Finn Lockwood on that play. DeZiel from Blue and Lockwood. Time of the goal, 11:41 on the power play. And it's Central leading by a score of 2-0 for DeZiel. 8th goal, 17th point. Blue, 6th assist, 10 point. And for Finn Lockwood, 9th assist, 10th point on the season. And Central, the 2-0 lead, capitalizing on the man advantage after the Erickson interference call. Central back in the offensive end. A drive that's blocked away. Ryder Burris from the high slot tried to get a wrister through. Deflected, that's going to flow back into the Central zone, and we'll see another icing call. Our draw is brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Find them on Demers. See what they can do for you. They have promotional products along with apparel at Apex Apparel. And Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. You'll find it at Big Jim's Tire in Grand Forks. We draw to the left of Ben Richter. Jamison Allen taking the draw for Cheyenne. We're going to do it again as that puck will float in on the net. And Ben Richter will quickly cover it up. Still just 1 shot on net for West Fargo Cheyenne here in the opening period. They put it down that left circle again, the Cheyenne zone. Picked up off the wall by Porter Bame. A sweeping clearing play off the near side wall. It's the left for Central, the right for Cheyenne. Flows back into the Central zone loose. Logan Nielsen picks it up behind his own net. Fee chipping off the wall, looking for a chase from Ryland Spicer, but Cheyenne got back to that and poked it right back into the Central end. Knights back to it, and a mishandle back behind the net allows for Cheyenne to pick up the putt just to the right of Weston Nielsen, but in the end, Central got back quickly to deny the opportunity. Fee up the ice with a backhander that goes wide through the crease. Ends up back on the right side. Spicer pushes it back behind the Central net. Porter Bame, a touch up for the Mustangs. Works back near edge. Jamison Allen trying to take his team back up towards offensive pay dirt, but again can't control the puck. Porter Bame comes away with it, sends it back towards the left wing, found Landon Erickson. Erickson will dump into the Central zone. Cheyenne changing up, getting back to their second unit. A stop on the near side wall, turnover. This is Trace Meyer that puts it out in front. Got a shot away from a steep angle. Ends up being knocked away by Weston Nielsen, but there was a rebound that was there, and off the line change, Meyer comes up with a very good individual play for West Fargo Cheyenne to create a scoring opportunity. Bollock playing a puck into the offensive end. Shea Kwame for Central, turning it back into the corner, and then Kwame took a hit. That time stood up and knocked down by Danner Brecky. Cheyenne getting a little more physical as the first period comes to an end. 3:25 to play in that first period. 2-0 Grand Forks Central on the all-true scoreboard. Puck left side. Rivard stood up by Bennett Benson. Neither man gives any inches on that collision. They both stand up, look at one another as the puck comes back towards the near side. Meyer looking to race it down. Ian Iverson got there first for the Mustangs as we played back up ice by Boone Canta for Central and rings back towards the right side wall. Yistabo over for it. Dumps this back in the Central end. Knights got a chip on it. Finn Lockwood trying to take control. And now the Mustangs will change up as the Knights step back behind their own net looking for a breakout opportunity. 2:45 left of the opening period. Lockwood taking a look, being confronted by Ian Iverson in the middle of the ice. Got one away off the near side wall, found Walkenfuss into the offensive end. Left back by DeZiel, a little backhanded drop pass. It comes back to DeZiel off the wall. He'll push to Walkenfuss underneath the net. Right corner, Mac Blue in the circle, trying to bring it back towards the point. Walkenfuss got a touch as well. Mustangs nearly got a rush out of that. Good play off the far side by Finn Lockwood to take control of a puck on the right point before the Mustangs could go rushing away on an odd man. Back to the right side for Blue. Blue into the circle for DeZiel, can't be controlled. Works in front of the net. Porter Bame for the Mustangs, looking to take control. Left it out for Blue, went down to a knee for a wrister, ends up whiffing on it. And the clearing play by Cheyenne will take us back into the offensive zone for Central. 2:03 left in the first. Our scoreboard updates brought to you by Altru. Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit altru.org. Or call 780-5000. We draw to the right of Ben Richter. And the puck is controlled by Finn Lockwood for Central, who rips a wrister. That's offline towards the far corner. Be retrieved by Kason Panzer, holding the right point. Panzer's push gets picked off. Up ice comes Bennett Benson. Awkward shot coming in on net. Meyer had a chance at a rebound and slashed it up over the bar. Benson on the far side wall for Cheyenne. Good rush that time for the Mustangs. They couldn't control it. Puck comes back to Kason Panzer, who pushes towards the near wall, and Landon Erickson throws another body, and another puck ends up in the Central bench. Landon Erickson, senior, 8 games, listed as a fourth line forward, but standing on the ice right now with Bennett Benson and Trace Meyer as a little bit of a change-up here for the Mustangs. Ian Iverson has been with that unit. Not sure if there was an injury that caused Cheyenne to have to change things up on their bench, or if they're just trying to get some physical play out of Erickson, because that's what he's been very good for today. Did take a penalty, but in the long run has been forcing a lot of big hits for West Fargo Cheyenne. Nielsen in the right corner for Central. Looking to break out near side, found Brady Kirkaby. Kirkaby looking up ice for Burris. That was chipped away from Burris. Will float back into the Central end, and a race for Logan Nielsen trying to cut off Trace Meyer. Meyer got there first and brought it back to the high slot. Then a pocket pick as Burris reaches in, takes a puck away from Porter Bame. Burris trying to race up ice, got turned around by the back check, gets into a physical match out front with Bame. Right inside the line to try to control the puck. It'll go loose to the corner. Trey Clausen, Kirkaby a wrister that bangs wide. It'll come back to the near side point. Blake trying to hold the offensive end for Central. It goes loose in the neutral zone. A poke check against Andringa. It'll be brought back by Clausen up ice. He found on a wrister. Burris got one away, and Richter comes up with a big stop. He'll cover for the whistle with 39.2 seconds left of the opening period. Coming up in our intermission report, we'll take a look at a couple of the highlights that we have from this one so far. It's a power play, and one at even strength so far today as well. And we go to work with 39 seconds left as Mac Blue gets one away right off the draw. It'll be stopped away by Richter. Clock with 30 seconds left to go now. Central continues to dig for the puck in the corner as we sprung back out into the neutral zone, and the Knights will have to chase it down back in their own end, and we'll see an icing call or a penalty behind the play, one of the two. And it looks like it's the second one that we're going to see. Penalty coming up here for roughing. It's going to be coincidental minors. Tommy Levin will go to the box for Cheyenne. Cooper DeZiel will go to the box for Central. Coincidental minors for roughing. Penalties will come at 16:39. And it looks like we're going to draw in the Central zone, but both teams will skate full strength. Puck was going away on what was going to be an icing call against the Mustangs, very likely. But in the long run, the coincidental minors back behind the play will change it up. So Tommy Levin takes a minor, and we'll see DeZiel taking a minor for Central. Draw is going to be on the Central line now. They were going into the zone, but they're bringing this back out for a draw that's anticipated to be on the Central line with 20 seconds left. And it is 5-on-5 skating for both teams. So we draw on the line, and Central will win the draw, taken by Central's Rylan Spicer. Works to Kirkaby on the left side. Kirkaby with a backhand play through the neutral zone, finding Mac Blue on the right side wall. Blue trying to center it. He had Rylan Spicer rushing the net. Couldn't get the shot, or actually the pass away cleanly. Mustangs back in the back check to deflect it. Loose puck back to Madden Weber, and that'll be the end of the opening period of play. While the Knights get their work done, they score early on a beautiful pass from Shea Kwame, and Mac Blue comes up with a pass of his own, setting up goals for Donovan Bollock and Cooper DeZiel, respectively. DeZiel scoring on the power play, but an anemic offensive period overall. Central just 8 shots and just 3 for West Fargo Cheyenne, but the Knights leading by a score of 2-0 on the All True scoreboard as we go to our intermission report. Our intermission report tonight is brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. And we'll have those highlights from period number 1 next. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports as we make our way to our intermission report that we have for you today. Our intermission report today is brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Find out how you can get what you're looking for with a fantastic quality of living with your home with High Plains Water. Your quality of living goes up with a system from High Plains Water. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures, better tasting tap water, softer skin out of the shower, and cleaner laundry with less detergent. All these things save you money, and so do appliances that last longer. That's what you get with a system from High Plains Water. Stop and see them at High Plains Water. And it's brought to you today as well by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. The Men of Steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine are ready to take care of you in 2025. If you have projects that you've had to put off, or if you know that there are some projects that need to happen so that you can get back into the field running the right way coming up in 2025, get those projects to Grand Forks Welding and Machine and allow them to take care of those projects for you. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the Men of Steel at 1812 Gateway Drive. The Knights leading by a score of 2-0 in the first period that really didn't have a lot for us when it comes down to offense. 9 shots on goal for Grand Forks Central. That included an opportunity in the power play that they eventually scored on, just 3 for West Fargo Cheyenne. But it was a physical game in the first 17 minutes, and that physicality really sort of dictated how this thing went in the first 17 minutes of play. Let's take a look at some of the highlights that we have for you in that first period, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. First goal. Watch an unbelievable pass coming in from Che Kwame, who steps into the offensive end and just saw Bollock with a step in that right circle, and Donovan Bollock puts the first goal on the board to make it a 1-0 lead at that point for Grand Forks Central. And the second goal today, another setup on a great pass. This one comes from Mac Blue. Blue takes a look and finds DeZiel in the right circle, who scores on a wrister. That was on the power play. A couple of big plays in that sequence for Grand Forks Central, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. In that first period, Donovan Bollock scoring the first goal. Assist from Che Kwame and also Boone Kanta. That came at 3:58 of the opening period. And then Cooper DeZiel scores on the man advantage with an assist from Mac Blue and also from Finn Lockwood. So 6 different men on the scoreboard for Central to start the game today. Goals from Donovan Bollock, his 5th, and Cooper DeZiel, his 8th. Bollock now with 13 points. DeZiel with 17 points. And that is Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. We make the lamp and the light shine brighter. That is your intermission summary, presented by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. We'll come back with more in a couple of moments. We'll take a look at some things that are happening around us, see if we can't get a scoreboard update as well from Red River Hockey today as the Rough Riders take on Fargo Davies over at Eagles Arena. And, of course, lots of activity coming up today in the college football playoffs, so we'll get you an update on that as well. Do stay with us as we continue with our intermission report, presented by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water. It's 2-0 Central on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Will Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports today. Coming to you from Purpur Arena, where it's 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central after a period of play. The Knights currently with a lead over West Fargo Cheyenne as we close in on our second period. Coming up in a couple of moments, our intermission report today is brought to you by our friends at High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. Well, we take a look at some of the things that are happening around us, and we're getting ready for the college football playoff picture to continue here today as we get ready for some big games that are coming up a little bit later. Boise State and Penn State, they'll kick off at 6:30 our time coming up tonight in the Fiesta Bowl. Also, a couple of other games that we'll see, Texas and Arizona State. Now, they were supposed to get going today at noon, and I'm not seeing a score on that one as of yet. Actually, correction, that's tomorrow. My apologies. That game is tomorrow coming up at noon. Then Oregon and Ohio State will play tomorrow at 4, and at 7:45, it's Notre Dame and Georgia. That's the way the college football playoff is going to go. But again, one game today in the college football playoff. It'll be tonight at 6:30. It's the Fiesta Bowl, Penn State and Boise State coming up. And, of course, next week we'll see the FCS championship matchup between North Dakota State and Montana State, number 1, number 2 in the country, set to do battle for that one as well. So still plenty of college football to get excited about around here while we go deep into the high school hockey season. That's what we have as far as our All True scoreboard update. And our scoreboard updates are brought to you by All True. Regular screenings with All True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Second period action is on the way in a couple of moments, so stay with us. It's the Knights 2 and the Mustangs nothing on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
That's an interesting way to come back, isn't it? A big, huge buzzer as we start the second period. Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central over West Fargo Cheyenne as we get ready with the second period of action here in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. And a big thank you to our friends at Big Jim's Tire and also our friends at Apex Apparel for helping us out with our draws throughout the course of the day today. And a big help to our friends at High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine for bringing us our intermission report that we have for you today as well. Ryan Cunningham with you here today. And our normal broadcast partner, Ryan Kuntz, well, he's got regular things he's got to do. After all, lots of people, this is a work day today, but we're looking to get back with Ryan coming up as we continue into the future. This gets started with a couple of men in the box serving some, I guess, misconduct type penalties going on. One of those, Cooper DeZiel, after they took a roughing call that was Coincidental Miners at the end of the opening period. Trace Meyer for West Fargo Cheyenne racing after a puck coming up into the offensive zone. Logan Nielsen played it back behind the net. However, Wyatt Blake fell and lost his stick. Didn't have a chance to play the puck. Cheyenne comes with it, a chance on a quick turn by Porter Bame that ends up spraying wide. And a huge hit on Bennett Benson. Benson took a shot from Kwame that launched him into the wall as Central tries to clear it back out of the neutral zone. Bame over for Cheyenne, out-wrestled for the puck. Donovan Bollock up ice making a centering play, looking for Ryder Rivard. It bounded away before Rivard could get his hands on it. Meyer chases the puck back to the neutral zone but doesn't find it. Then Finn Lockwood hit one of our officials, and a chance by Benson off the right wing that bounces wide into the far corner. Ian Iverson over to pick it up, and it seems like that line is put back together now between Iverson, Meyer, and Bennett Benson. We did see fourth line winger Landon Erickson jumping up into that fray throughout the course of the later stages of the opening period. Puck back behind the net, swept out by Madden Weber. Comes to the point, chance by Lockwood, knocked aside. Richter had to take a play on that one. And then a big hit by Burris, actually rather by Spicer trying to come up with a chance that tripped up one of the Mustangs back in the Mustang defensive zone, but it allowed a breakout for Bennett Benson, who flutters a backhander wide of the net. And the puck will end up back in the Cheyenne end of the bouncer. A turn by Weber, plays it on top of the far dashers. Spicer picks it up, comes in on Mac Blue, dangling, leaving it out in front for Walkenfuss, and a backhander by Walkenfuss that missed wide. Blue coming back to the near side wall. Walkenfuss throws an arm, and we're going to have a penalty for interference coming up, as we'll see DeZiel get out of the box and Levin get out of the box, and we'll see a penalty coming up against Central. It'll be Walkenfuss that takes the penalty. It'll be an interference call against Walkenfuss. Time of the penalty, 2:29 of the second period. And so a power play now for West Fargo Cheyenne. A chance to try to cut this lead in half. A 2-0 lead right now for Grand Forks Central, but the Mustangs getting what they could use, an opportunity on the man advantage. And we get the power play underway. Puck comes back to the right wing, and a shot wrists wide off the far side. That one taken by Danner Brecky out on the power play unit. The rebound will carry him all the way back into the Cheyenne zone. Yistabo goes back to get to it. Brecky sweeps it back down to the offensive end. Ends up behind the net. Nielsen trying to send it out. Got it as far as the far side wall. Another deflection that will bounce the puck back into the neutral zone. Mustangs back after it. They'll pick it up on the far side, right wall. Cy Hassler, haven't called his name much today. First line winger trying to step through some traffic. Instead, Burris took it away in a physical play. Trey Clausen coming up into the offensive end. Burris wheels at one, sends it drifting towards the slot, but it's picked off by Trace Meyer. Meyer to Yistabo and back to Meyer, and up comes Cheyenne with 1:12 left to go on the power play clock. Yistabo looking for it out of the corner. It circles back towards the left wing. Andringa will come up with control for the Mustangs. Back into the corner for Hassler. Out high, a look by Yistabo, stepping back towards the line. Back near side again for Hassler. Correction, Andringa. Andringa will pick it off the wall and a return from behind the net. Power play at 50 seconds left. Wrister up and over the bar. Juicy rebound there. Struck out by Ian Iverson. And Nielsen comes up with a save and holds for the whistle. Boy, oh boy, that was a big rebound that was left out in front for by Weston Nielsen. And an open part of the net as well. It came up high off the glass, bounced out in front of Nielsen, and there were a couple of vultures for Cheyenne there looking to put their hands on it. They just couldn't come up with what they needed. Bennett Benson takes the draw for Cheyenne. Finn Lockwood picks up control of it and immediately sends it up the ice into the Cheyenne zone. They look for a transition play. Benson making a catch of a puck out of the air, a line drive, puts it back down on the ice and sends it back to center ice for Danner Brecky. And here come the Mustangs back up. A play towards Brecky, rushing the net, deflected into the corner. Brecky will backhand it for Ian Iverson back behind the central net. 20 seconds left on the penalty clock. Iverson trying to turn it back towards the left point, found Madden Weber. Weber back in for Bennett Benson, looking for Iverson behind the net. But Benson got hung up, as did Iverson. Good physical play that time from Kaysen Panzer. One-timer out of the right circle, deflected. Benson measuring his short-sided opportunity, apologies. And that's going to be the end of the power play. Central's back to full strength, still leading by a score of 2-0. Walkenfuss breaks out a 2-on-1 odd man. Bollock will fire and score. Right out of the opportunity to join the ice for Wachenfuss, Donovan Bollock comes up the ice and finishes a pass from Wachenfuss, jumping back on after he had served his penalty, and that'll make it 3-0 on our All-True scoreboard Central. Bollock with his second goal today. Wachenfuss will get an apple on it for sure. Time of the goal at 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Watch it again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay as Wachenfuss jumps out of the box right at the end of the power play. There he is, turns into a 2-on-1, and Bollock finishes it with a play towards the net to make it a 3-0 lead in favor of Grand Forks Central. 13-5 shots on goal advantage in favor of the Knights. And the Knights leading by a 3 spot. Up high, a shot by Boone Canta. Wrister up and over the bar. Rebound trickles back to the right point. Donovan Bollock does get credit for the goal in the official scoring. And there will be an assist, I believe, for Wachenfuss. And also an assist coming in from Lockwood as well. So Finn Lockwood with an assist. That'll be the second time he's on the scoreboard today. It's Bollock from Lockwood and Wachenfuss. 4:41 of the second period. 3-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central on the All-True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All-True this afternoon. Cheyenne coming back with a good shift in the offensive zone. DeZiel coming over to confront Jace Burns, who steps into the play. This will work back to Wachenfuss in the neutral zone, and Wachenfuss will send it down the left wing. A rush in by Spicer trying to find it along the wall. Ends up loose back behind the net. Porter Bame trying to play it out. Knights creep in to take control. It's picked up by Jake Spicer. Out to the point. Canta, shot that gets bounced. It'll come back to the line. The Knights trying to get back on a back check. And a pretty good play that time. That had a chance to turn into a transition play for Cheyenne. But both Spicer and Blake started on the back check to keep Cheyenne from a rush in that situation. Now Spicer up ice, finding the left side, and a chance coming from Jake Spicer, set up by Ryland Spicer. That was kicked aside. Loose puck back in the corner. Ryland Spicer takes a hit, goes down. Big body launched by Danner Brecky in the corner. And now Brecky comes out with control. He's in by himself, and a huge save made by Weston Nielsen. Nielsen with a kick save on a rush back up the ice with Danner Brecky starting to hit, coming up with control of the puck, doing it all by himself. And that save by Nielsen off the blocker keeps it 3-0 in favor of Central. Spicer coming up the ice, putting in a weak backhanded shot on Erickson. That knocked away, and Danner Brecky comes back with it for the Mustangs. Brecky driving up into the offensive end, going off fore and backhand and being chased all the way by Logan Nielsen. Puck will go loose behind the central net. Works back out towards the near point. Bennett Benson drives one into the far circle on the right side. It'll be retrieved there by Logan Nielsen for Central. Nielsen went up into the neutral zone, and Benson picked off a pass. He had to give the puck up, however, as Cheyenne was offside. Landon Erickson ended up in the offensive end too long, and Benson couldn't turn his picked off pass into an opportunity offensively. Here comes Spicer. We're going to see a whistle there. And it looks like an elbowing call that's coming in on the backside. Looks like Central's going back to the box as well. We're going to get Rivard, I believe, for elbowing. Nope, not Rivard. Logan Nielsen will take the penalty. Nielsen for elbowing. Time of the penalty will be at 7 minutes and 24 seconds. And once again, power play opportunity coming up for West Fargo Cheyenne. So the Mustangs will go back on the man advantage with a 3-0 deficit in their face, and now's the time if you're West Fargo Cheyenne trying to stay in the matchup. You need a goal against against Central, down by a 3-0 margin, and second opportunity of the period on the power play. Can't afford to let this one go. Bennett Benson driving his way towards the crease. Puck out of the left corner, left it behind, retrieved by Trace Meyer. This will work out left point. Madden Weber into the far circle for Bame. Bame taking a look, comes back to the point, got one through, and Nielsen another big save. Trace Meyer comes up with control of the puck, puts it back behind the net again. Ian Iverson measuring his opportunities, got back as far as the corner. Wyatt Blake took a body into him. Works back to Benson along the end wall. He'll turn it back to the left wing for Trace Meyer low. Puck knocked loose and pitchforked up into the offensive end. A rush on by Ryder Burris offensively. Gets there at the same time as Bame and was able to outduel him for the puck on a backhander to the wall. Holds up the puck for a couple of moments, valuable moments on the power play, as the power play is now half expired. for West Fargo Cheyenne. They break it back into the neutral zone. Benson steps up across the line. Coming back to Ian Iverson. Good cross-ice pass for Bennett Benson. A huge hit on Blake. He took one right underneath the chin strap and ends up standing back up quickly after Ian Iverson dealt him a blow. Puck comes back to the point. Cannot be held by Madden Weber. It leaked behind him, and the Mustangs have to go back out in the neutral zone and get onside. Bennett Benson along the checkered line looking back towards the near side. Comes back on the left wing. A look by Weber to knock one deep, and now Cheyenne changing up their power play unit with 25 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Yistabo will turn one into the corner. A chase on for Danner Brecky. He can't get to it. Donovan Bollock picks it up in the neutral zone. Turns it back to Shea Kwame. Kwame a stop, looking back to Bollock. They've hooked up already once today. Pass just a little too strong for Bollock to get a poke on. Breckier comes back up into the offensive end for Cheyenne. He'll take it into the corner, and the power play comes to a conclusion. Second period nearly half expired. 2 chances on the power play for the Mustangs. They come up empty so far. They have the puck still in the offensive end, but they'll change up. And that'll forfeit possession back to Boone Canta and Grand Forks Central. Knights leading 3-0 on the all-true scoreboard. Canta through the neutral zone, finding Kwame. Kwame trying to step towards the corner. Instead, lost the puck in the neutral zone. Breakaway opportunity for Jake Cava. Another big save for Nielsen. And another coming in off the rebound. Weston Nielsen with 2 brilliant saves to keep West Fargo Cheyenne off the board. Boy, let's take a look at that sequence again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This sets up rather quickly coming off the left wall for the Mustangs. They get ahead of steam, and a pass that leads to the breakaway opportunity. Cava gets stopped, and then trailing, it's Andringa that gets stopped, as a lot of pressure stood up to in that sequence by Weston Nielsen for Grand Forks Central, and it remains a 3-0 lead for the Knights on a couple of big saves by Weston Nielsen. He's had a huge second period in some spots. Mac Blue in the right corner for Grand Forks Central trying to possess a puck. Blue ends up letting it loose. It'll come back into the neutral zone. Blake is back to pick it up. Took a hard hit from Jace Burns. Blake comes back taking the puck back from Walkenfuss out of the neutral zone, but the Mustangs will pound it back down the central end. West Fargo Cheyenne more aggressive, just simply better in this second period. They're down 1-0 in the period, obviously, but a situation where they've been much more offensive-minded, more physical, and more aggressive. And they've had Central on their heels in a couple of moments here in period number 2. Mustangs with it. They drive it back to the neutral zone. Meyer picks it up just inside the line. Shot in on Weston Nielsen. Glove save. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by Alltrue. Regular screenings with Alltrue's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Bennett Benson will draw versus Trey Clausen. Clausen for Central, Benson for Cheyenne. It comes back to the point. Quick snapshot from Madden Weber. Ends up drifting into the left corner. And they'll play along the left wing, 2-on-2 for control of the puck. It works back into Benson. Benson gets stuck just on the inside of the circle near the wall. And 2-on-2 again for control. Ian Iverson pulled it free of Trey Clausen and brings the puck back behind the goal line extended. Now Benson gets stood up in the corner by Hunter Hildy. And the puck comes back to Ryder Burris. Here comes Central on the break. 3-on-4, down a man as Burris comes up into the offensive end. Backhands one from a steep angle against Erickson. Ends up losing the puck into the corner. Correction against Richter. Puck will come back to Iverson in the neutral zone. Richter steps up on the right side, drives one in on Nielsen. He'll scoop it back to the glove and covers it up for the whistle. Been a spirited period so far, and West Fargo Cheyenne's done everything that they've needed to do to try to get themselves back in the matchup. They have been outshot 9-3 in the opening period, and right now they're out shooting Central 9-6 in the second. A couple of power play opportunities for Cheyenne matters in this sequence. Wyatt Blake will pick it up back behind the net for Central. Blake looking out towards the left side. Plays it up as far as the line. It's picked off on the left end for Central by Jake Spicer. And then Spicer turns the puck over in the high slot. It's won back on the near edge by Cy Hassler for Cheyenne. And Cheyenne's Hassler will dump it into the Central zone. Held up by Weston Nielsen, who made a dangerous transition play out in front of an empty net from behind the net. Fee up into the offensive end for Central. Rushing in towards the corner. Put one out in front trying to find Jake Spicer. Nearly had Spicer opened up for a chance point blank. Spicer will drive it into the corner. Just couldn't quite hold the puck cleanly, or Spicer standing right on the doorstep on that pass from Fee. Spicer reaching in, still struggling to find the puck. Goes back into the corner. Touched by Madden Weber up against the wall for the Mustangs. That'll play it back out in the neutral zone. 4.5 to play here in the second period. Knights leading 3-0. And a pass that ends up being deflected up into the stands. We'll see a draw coming back near the central zone or in the central zone. Draw is brought to you this evening by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Obviously apparel, but they have promotional items for your next trade show as well. And Big Jim's Tire bringing you our draws this afternoon. Your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. Puck stood up against the wall, picked away by Ryder Rivard. Rivard coming up ice against pressure from Madden Weber. This will work back to the point. Finn Lockwood stick handling, firing into traffic. Richter knocked it down. Secondary effort from Bollock knocked away. Now it's Kwame with a chance that got deflected. Kwame got the puck back on the right wing, then picks off a play in the circle, struggles back towards the puck, but Jace Burns will win control and play it back up the ice for Cheyenne. A turn towards the right side. Cava had a chance. Back to Porter Bame. High slot for the Mustangs. A puck that stopped on the way through the slot. Burns had a chance to put a stick down on it, trying to get a bounce, and instead just stopped the puck dead in its tracks on that play from the left point. And Central will dump it back into the Cheyenne zone. Che Kwame trying to control the puck on the right side wall. Has it leak free of him. He'll dump it back into the Mustang end. Burns will pick it up in the far right corner and sends it back out to the neutral zone. Step up by Boone Canta, looking to thread the needle for DeZiel. A pass back up for Bennett Benson that gets deflected. It's taken back at center ice by Mac Blue. Blue will turn away from pressure, steps back into his own end. Benson throws a body on him. The puck comes loose towards the near wall, and this is sent back down by Jake Cava along the left wing. Knights will get back to it. Canta circling back behind the net, plays back for DeZiel. Knocked loose by Trace Meyer, and Meyer brings it back up ice for West Fargo Cheyenne. A stop, a leave back for Porter Bame on the left point. Bame driving in, centering out for Bennett Benson. Tries to stick handle through a pair of defenders. Then Bame picked up the puck, looked to get a shot away and had that blocked on the wing. It'll come back to the right. Mac Blue carrying up at the offensive end. Rubbed off the spot. Trace Meyer back into the offensive end. Ian Iverson, a drop pass for Benson. He got stood up on a hit by Boone Canta and a breakout for Mac Blue. He'll be outraced for the puck as it floats freely into the Cheyenne zone. Good pass for Blue stretching, but Tommy Levin jumped in and was able to beat Blue to the spot on the way back up the ice to take away the breakaway opportunity. 2.5 minutes left to go in the second period. 3-0 Central on the all-true scoreboard. Another 2-on-2 pushing and shoving match for control in the right corner of the Cheyenne zone. It'll be ripped out by Porter Bame. Correction, ripped out by Madden Weber. And now we'll see a whistle, and it looks like another penalty coming up. And we're going to see a Knight going into the box again. Looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct call that's going to put Mac Blue in the box, and Blue throws his stick up into the crowd. Not sure what they called on Blue there. I'll have to wait and see what the call is going to be. Time of the penalty was at 14:58 of the second period. It is unsportsmanlike conduct on Mac Blue, so Blue for unsportsmanlike at 14:58. Another chance on the power play for West Fargo Cheyenne. Their third opportunity in the period of the man advantage, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, online. RBBelectric.com. He gets started. Trey Clausen gets free, and Clausen scores the shorty. Trey Clausen getting free with the puck on a poke into the neutral zone, and Clausen with a fantastic play to get up the ice will score the shorthanded goal to make it 4-0 Knights. Shorthanded goal, the time of the goal will be at 15:14, and it may not be assisted. Look at it again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This is Clausen with just a great poke check, and this is going to be Clausen shorthanded and all alone. Time of the goal coming in at 15:14, and Clausen will give Grand Forks Central a 4-0 lead with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in the period. Now our clock has come undone by just a hair. Looks like our penalty clock is actually right on pace. So what you see there on your screen is what's left on the power play for West Fargo Cheyenne. 1:10 seconds left of it. Puck on the right wing for Porter Bame as the Mustangs continue on the power play. This works out high to Madden Weber. Weber a stop back to Trace Meyer. Left wing goes down to the circle for Bame. Set up, but Bame can't get a shot away. It works back out high. Taken up there by Weber. Chance into traffic. It leaks through and it's banged in. Bennett Benson will score on the power play, and West Fargo Cheyenne will get one back. Set up high by Weber, and Bennett Benson just waiting for a rebound and what we call a gritty area goal. As we'll see this set up well by Weber out high, just in front of the line. Rebound set up and actually probably off of Iverson, who got a swing on that before it was all said and done. And the lead has been cut to 3 by a score of 4-1. Benson will score, and we'll get the official scoring on it. There will be an assist for Iverson on that play, and also Madden Weber. So Benson from Iverson and Weber on the power play. And they'll call it 16:01 on the time of the goal. So 59 seconds remaining in that third period of action, and Central gives one back. Third time on the power play is the charm for Cheyenne in the third period, and it cuts the Central lead down to 3. Donovan Bollock looking for Rivard to the doorstep on a pass that's broken up. So we turn back out towards the near side. Turned over high. Che Kwame with a drop pass to Bollock, who gets a wrister away in traffic. Ends up over the bar, and then Bollock lost his stick. He's got to retrieve that. And with 10 seconds left, here come the Mustangs 2-on-2. They'll just flip it into Central's end, and that's going to be the end of the second period of play. Well, another penalty problem for Central. They take 3 minor penalties in the period, give up 3 power play chances. In the end, it's only 1 power play goal, but the Knights find themselves down to a 3-goal lead at the end of 2 periods of play as the Mustangs come back with a very strong second period of play. Shots on goal 17-13 in favor of Central, but at the break, your score is Grand Forks Central 4 and West Fargo Cheyenne 1. Our second intermission is on the way next. It's brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. We'll come back with that second intermission next. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports today from Purpur Arena, where after 2 periods of play, Grand Forks Central has a 4-1 lead over West Fargo Cheyenne. 4-0 at one point for the Knights, but in the second period, 3 different minor penalties surrendered by Central that leads to a power play goal for the Mustangs, and a big period as well for goaltender Weston Nielsen, making some clutch saves to keep it from becoming a little bit more of a small lead. And Cheyenne came back with a strong second period after a first period that saw Central take a 2-0 lead and looked like they were in control of the matchup. Our intermission report is brought to you once again today by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Whether it's twisted or broken shafts or some things that need tightening around your farm or business, whatever it is that you have to get done to get ready for that next season, Grand Forks Welding and Machine is ready for you. 1812 Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. And our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With High Plains Water, you get a boost in your quality of living around your home. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. Cleaner laundry with less detergent, because that's the advantage of having that system from High Plains Water. Treated water just does a better job when it comes down to laundry, and it does a better job with less detergent. You'll have appliances that last longer as well. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Well, let's take a look at a handful of replays that we had to take a look at from that second period. Our opportunity for those replays brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. It gets going with the third goal of the game. It ends up with a great play by Donovan Bollock, finishing off a pass from Gavin Walkenfuss. And again, the 2-on-2 game for Grand Forks Central has been huge today. That time it's Walkenfuss setting things up. And then you would see Weston Nielsen, the goaltender for Central, have to make some big things happen. The first coming in hard from Danner Brecky with a slash towards the net where a big kick save was made. And then later, two huge saves in succession made as Cheyenne turned a Central transition around, turned it into a breakaway opportunity. The first there from Cava, the second from Andringa. Those were huge plays. And Central comes back to score another goal to seemingly take control of the matchup. A shorthanded goal. Trey Clausen jabbing the puck aside, taking control, absorbing a hit and scoring as he gets up in the offensive end on West Fargo Cheyenne's power play, a shorty. But the power play comes to an end with Cheyenne getting the last laugh. Iverson sweeping away at a rebounded puck, and it's banged back in, that time coming from Bennett Benson. And those are your second period highlights brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. With our look at Who Lit the Lamp, presented by Bergstrom Electric. Donovan Bollock scores his second goal of the game, assisted by Gavin Walkenfuss and Finn Lockwood. Trey Clausen scores all alone, shorthanded. And then Bennett Benson with the first goal of the game today for West Fargo Cheyenne, assisted by Ian Iverson and also by Madden Weber. For Bollock, 2 goals today, and for Finn Lockwood, 2 assists today. They've each lit the lamp twice, and that's Who Lit the Lamp, and it's brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. We've got more on the way as we continue with our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Lots of broadcasts on the way coming up here as we jump back into our post-holiday coverage. But we hope everybody is having a very happy ringing into the new year. A happy New Year's Eve to you. New Year's Day coming up tomorrow, and then it's time to get going with the race to the finish line of the winter sports season. Hard to believe that there's only about a month and a half of it left before it's time to go to tournament time. We'll talk more about what that means for us coming up in a couple of moments. Do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey with Central leading West Fargo Cheyenne 4-1. Intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. And our coverage continues next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks. Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
We continue with our intermission report today on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. And at the second intermission today, it's Grand Forks Central leading at West Fargo Sheyenne by a score of 4-1 after 2 periods of play. Last goal going to West Fargo Sheyenne on the power play. We continue our coverage of high school hockey coming up after the new year. And we're looking forward to not only our coverage of high school hockey continuing, but also look at our high school sports scene that we have coming up as well. Lots of different things that will be going on throughout the course of the new year. Just a quick look at what's going to be happening here in the near future as we take a look. Again, on Thursday, we plan to be back here, I believe, is our plan at Purpur Arena for a big game that comes up between Fargo North and Grand Forks Central. That will be the next up for the Knights. And Red River will not play coming up on Thursday. Game scheduled for the Eastern Dakota Conference on Friday. Non-conference game between Grafton Park River and Jamestown. There are some games in the conference on Saturday as well. Those will be non-conference games, though, also between Mayport, CG, Hazen Beulah, Devils Lake, and Mandan. Coming up next week, a week from today on Tuesday, there will be more conference matchups. That will involve Grand Forks, Red River, and Fargo, South Shanley. That's the next time that Red River will be in action inside a conference game as well. That game will be down in Fargo coming up on Tuesday. We've got a lot of different events that are coming up near us, though, as we get back into action again coming up. Not necessarily towards the end of this week, but certainly coming up next week. We've got a full list of games that will be on the way that we'll be telling you more about. We do have a scoreboard update coming in from Red River. After the first period, Grand Forks Red River is leading Fargo Davies 2-1. That score came to us just a couple of moments ago after the opening period. And Bob Gillen from High School Hockey ND filling us in on that one. And a big reminder to you folks that High School Hockey ND is the new website for high school hockey in North Dakota. So when you're looking for your high school hockey coverage, it used to be ndhighschoolhockey.com. Now it's highschoolhockeynd.com. And I have to tell you, that website is new and improved. There's a lot of great information about high school hockey at highschoolhockeynd.com. So make sure you make your way over there when you're looking for scoring, when you're looking for game schedule, standings, both boys and girls. They've got you covered at highschoolhockeynd.com. One final break in our intermission report brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And we'll come back and get third period hockey underway. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Knights leading the Mustangs 4-1 after 2. Third period next.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
We get ready for third period action from Purpura Arena in Grand Forks, where it's 4-1 in favor of Grand Forks Central over West Fargo Cheyenne. A big thank you once again to High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine for bringing you our intermission report today as the Knights try to finish off 3 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference against West Fargo Cheyenne. Third period about to get started here in just a couple of moments. Thank you for joining us today as well. Anywhere you may be on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, taking this one in from the Grand Forks area. Those of you that are down in West Fargo that are taking this one in. Statewide today, those of you that are fans of East Region hockey, taking this one in today. Glad to have all of you with us here this afternoon as we get ready to ring in 2025. And, you know, we mentioned it during the intermission break. It's hard to believe that as we get ready to start the new year, we are in a situation where we're about to be about 6 weeks away from the end of high school hockey. East Region tournament about 6 weeks from now. Probably have 8 weeks of hockey left at the high school level. We usually get done the end of February. And so, I mean, it seems like you just start, then you get into the holidays. And really, we didn't just start. I mean, we're 5 weeks into the hockey season already. But the situation with the holidays just kind of gives us a little different feel as to what this one looks like. Again, last report, Red River led Davies by a score of 2-1 at the end of a frame. And we'll wait to see what happens as we get into the second period. Or actually, rather, in the third period over there. And we just have an update coming in from over at Eagles Arena. After 2 periods of play, Davies is tied up. Grand Forks Red River at 3 apiece. So a 3-3 tie after 2 in that matchup. And again, Red River, lots of front-end skill. A little bit of a struggle as far as trying to put that one away. A little 2-on-1 rush here we hear from Cheyenne, and a play coming back in on the rebound that came in hard from Trace Meyer. Knocked away. Another big save by Weston Nielsen. Puck ends back up on the left point. Driven in from the left point by Tommy Levin and knocked back towards the end wall. 2-on-2 race for control in the corner. That one's picked up, put weakly back out in front of the net. Nielsen makes a stop of it. Loose puck back over to the right side. Mac Blue trying to come up the ice and has one deflected behind him. But Logan Nielsen holds the edge, and both teams will change up. Nielsen with a wrister that wings wide. Puck will come back out to the point. Trace Meyer knocking one back to the neutral zone. Finn Lockwood on the retreat. Coming back with control of the puck towards the near side wall. He'll play it off the left boards, just kind of a rink-wide pass, and Iverson with a touch for West Fargo Cheyenne, turning it back up into the central end. Just under a minute to play, actually over a minute off the clock, and we'll see a draw coming up, it looks like, in the central zone. We're going to draw to the left of Weston Nielsen in the Grand Forks Central end. And the puck will come back out off the draw. I was just looking to see if there was a penalty called. The way people were reacting, it was almost as if there was going to be a penalty because of where the whistle took place. But thought the entire time just a draw coming over in the central zone. But there was a lot of looking around to see what was going to happen. The gate never did open, but it seemed like there was some indecision going on out there as far as what was going on. Breakout by Cheyenne trying to get up into the offensive end. They went back to their old stretch pass game. Bennett Benson was waiting for it. And in the long run, pass too long to him. Will come back into the Cheyenne zone for a draw. Also, my apologies, was having a conversation with Tony Bina, the activities director for Grand Forks Central up here for a couple of moments. We had some youngsters that got up into our broadcast position, decided to absolutely trash the joint, and for whatever reason, we can't seem to keep youngsters out of the broadcast positions at the various arenas that we have. Noticed a lot of them last Saturday during Mite Hockey up in the new broadcast booth at Eagles as well. Shot from Bennett Benson on the right wing. Tell your kids they don't belong up there. Keep them in the seats where they belong, folks. That's just a friendly reminder from the folks that cover high school hockey. Off the left wing, Porter Bame, chance from the point. Weston Nielsen gloves it, holds for the whistle. And we'll draw coming up in the central zone. Just over 2 minutes of the third period gone by. But yeah, that score over at Eagles Arena, surprising. 3-3 at the end of 2 periods of play over at Eagles between Red River and Davies. And again, Davies a lot like West Fargo Cheyenne in a logjam in the Eastern Dakota Conference where every single point is valuable. We'll show you more on that coming up here in a couple of moments when we have an opportunity to look at those standings again. Tommy Levin for Cheyenne trying to hold the puck in the offensive end. This one ends up drifting through the neutral zone. Jabbed at by Yistabo for West Fargo Cheyenne on the left. We play back to the West Fargo Cheyenne line. Jake Cava picks it up, comes rink wide, looking near side. Tommy Levin trying to come up the wall. Defended Wyatt Blake steps up into the offensive end for Central. Then it's deflected back out in the neutral zone. And the Knights will play it deep while they get back on side. It was gathered by Logan Nielsen and pitched back up into the Cheyenne end. Breakout pass left side, but they were aware of it. Dana Brecky was just cherry picking, waiting for an opportunity along the left wall to come up on a long breaking stretch pass. And the Knights saw it, dropped a couple of men back deep. Again, a 3-goal lead for Grand Forks Central. You're not going to allow something like that to really come in and disrupt what is a comfortable lead, at least at this point. Clausen to center ice for Finn Lockwood. That'll help out a change for Central. Lockwood will feather it down to Blake in the right corner. Yistabo got back for it for the Mustangs. This comes back out towards the right side. Cy Hassler trying to blade one down for the Mustangs. Along the wall, played it back to Yistabo. And another pass for Hassler ends up going too far up ice for an icing call. Well, we go back to what the standings look like coming into today. And again, that Red River game, 11 points for Red River, 6 for Davies. Davies comes up here and gets a big win over Red River, and you go from, really having a race, as you can see on your screen, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to having a race 2 through 8 if Davies were to come back and win that matchup today, and that's part of what's on the line here, and even more so what's on the line over at Eagles Arena today, and that game undecided going into the third period, tied at 3 between Davies and Red River. Puck into the neutral zone. And chipped off the far side wall. This will be sent up ice by Jamison Allen. First line center for the Mustangs, and we haven't said his name much at all today. And this first line has been covered up pretty well by Central throughout the course today. Rylan Spicer trying to come up ice, and a puck is poked loose. Jamison Allen was trying to get to it. Finn Lockwood was on his way off at the end of a shift. Now he turns it over to Trace Meyer. Boone Canta ends up without a stick. Meyer tries a shot from the left wing that got blocked by Finn Lockwood, and the Knights try to come back up the ice, but a really, really tough defensive play for Grand Forks Central. A shot coming in by Clausen that's blocked down. This will work back out towards the near wall. DeZiel trying to hold the offensive zone on the left point. Instead, Cheyenne comes up with it, and a pass to Bennett Benson is offline for icing. And we'll go back into the Cheyenne zone to draw. 12:34 left of the third. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by Altru. Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit altru.org or call 780-5000. Bennett Benson and Cooper DeZiel do battle for control of the puck. Canta Coming down the wall, Walkenfuss on the right wing. Back out to Kanta on the point. Kanta tried to get a pass across to DeZiel. That's broken up, and a breakout pass for Bennett Benson. Ends up too strong, an icing call. Well, you're seeing now, Sheyenne knows they've got to get one back in short order, and so they're releasing a man. And this is a game of hockey that David Benson coach teams are very comfortable playing. Camping a man out on the line, high on the line, even in the defensive zone. Just waiting for an opportunity to release up ice, watching the play behind him and looking for the breakout, because they've got to come up with something in short order to keep this game from just watching the clock melt away and Central hold that 3-goal lead into firm control. Benson behind the net. It's scooped loose on the far wing by Gavin Walkenfuss. Walkenfuss turning, squaring up from the high slot. Turned it into the corner, looking for DeZiel. DeZiel coming back along the boards. That one played loose to the point. Held in, a chance that Hunter Hildy sprays wide. Comes back out to Ian Iverson. And again, a breakout to Trace Meyer. And here's a 3-on-2 odd man for Sheyenne, turning into a 4-on-2 led by Meyer. Meyer dangles around a defender and puts one up over the bar on Weston Nielsen. Boy, Meyer got the look he wanted. Shot was just not accurate. Now Central tries to stretch one out for Bullock, and that's picked off by Yistabo. Yistabo steps up on the offensive end. He has his pocket picked by Donovan Bullock, who makes a stretch pass looking for Rivard. Too strong and an icing call against Central. And we end up back into the Knights zone to draw with 11:22 left of the third. Well, tomorrow likely a holiday for many of you. We wish you the very best 2025. Tomorrow, day one of the new year. Last night that you can use fireworks if you were to so choose to do that in the Grand Forks area. Central looking to find some fireworks here in the third period. They outscored Sheyenne in the second 2-1, but Sheyenne probably had the better of it as far as time and space, physicality, and aggressiveness in that second period. They picked up a power play goal on the end of it. Now, part of that can be said because Central was shorthanded 3 times. But at the same time, this Sheyenne team a little better than they were back in the first period. They've been more aggressive, a little bit more confident. They stood up to the physicality and dished some out on their own. Brecky coming up the ice one-on-one with Wyatt Blake of Central. And Blake put Brecky into the wall. The puck floats free into the left corner. Control being won on the far side. Little 2-on-2 matchup. Looks like Benson that's in there. Correction, that wasn't Benson, that was Cava. Puck comes up with Central momentarily. Logan Nielsen has it turned back behind him by Blake. Blake sent it back to the line. Pass too strong. Taken out of the neutral zone by Porter Bame for West Fargo Sheyenne. And Bame turns into the corner. A pinch up for Madden Weber trying to join the offensive play. Weber got a piece of it. Couldn't hold the edge. Logan Nielsen plays it up the left wing for Central. Against the boards, Kwame. Nielsen has it poked by him. A quick wrister coming in on the left side by Cy Hassler. Nielsen makes a save on that. Trace Meyer trying to chase it down along the right wall. Turns it back in towards Hassler in the far corner. Hassler gets run down by Clausen. 3-on-2 was there, but Clausen couldn't hold the puck cleanly. Porter Bame will turn it back up into the Central zone. 9:45 left to go with the third, and an icing call coming up against Central that will bring us back into the night's end. Draws are brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region, and by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. We'll draw to the right of Weston Nielsen in the Central zone. A 4-1 lead for Central. Sheyenne wins the draw, comes back as far as the line. Tommy Levin feathers a pass down the left boards. This will work back towards the right wing. Caleb Andringa into the corner, looking to retrieve. Goes back to Hassler behind the net. Now pressure coming in from Jamison Allen on that left side as well. And a puck is poked back behind the Central net. A little turn by Blake back behind his own net. A look back up ice for Central. Finn Lockwood stepping up into the neutral zone, leaving one for Kirkaby. Kirkaby trying to push back up the ice. This gets deflected free on the high slot. Ryder Burris with a chance from long range. Rebound was there for Clausen. Clausen went thinking about a wraparound as well. Instead comes back left circle. Fires and scores short-sided. Trey Clausen with another great play for Grand Forks Central. Another play that he makes on his own. Second goal for Trey Clausen, and it's 5-1 Central. American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency brings you the replays, and this is just Trey Clausen fighting the puck into the corner, turning into the circle, and firing short-sided and being accurate with the shot. And, boy, that's a heck of a play for Trey Clausen. He's been so good this afternoon. Goal will be at 7 minutes and 59 seconds of the period. There will be an assist from Burris. It'll be Clausen from Burris at 7:59, and Weston Nielsen lays out to cover up the puck with 8:53 left to go here in the third. Shots on goal are now 20-18. Cheyenne was down 9-3 at the end of the opening period. And now 20-18. They've actually outshot Central through the second and the third. So you've seen a Cheyenne team really after that first period ramp up in the locker room and come out and play well despite the fact that they're down by 4. A drop pass near side, Blake stepping into the corner. Blake will turn one back behind the net. Mustangs there to pick it off. Comes back to Madden Weber for Cheyenne. Weber taking a look, winding out towards the wall. Long stretch pass again, looking for Trace Meyer. And again, you know, here in the third period, the Mustangs don't have a chance to show you their better self because they're having to play for those long-range plays to try to get back in the game. Meyer there behind the net, trying to drop one off for Bennett Benson. Benson fighting for it back behind the central net as well. Spins his way back into the right corner and comes back out to the point for Madden Weber. Left side, Boehm with a chance from a tough angle. Rebounded, puck scores. Bennett Benson firing one in from the right side. Or did he not score? No, he did not. My apologies. Weston Nielsen made that save. Boy, the way Benson reacted, it looked like he had scored the goal. Weston Nielsen with another brilliant save, and Cheyenne denied again with an open net. Weston Nielsen diving back to his left hand. The way Benson reacted, it was as if he had scored easily. Turned, put his eyes up, came back towards the teammate. Here's a turnover, another chance, and there is a shot that scores for West Fargo Cheyenne. Jace Burns will come up with a score, and the Mustangs will tie the game, or rather cut the lead to 3 at 5-2. Time of the goal will be at 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Well, after the play that looked like it had scored previously, Cheyenne with another rebounded goal. And you'll just see Jace Burns coming in here after the first chance by Cava. Just another big rebound that's surrendered. And that's the one knock on Weston today, is that he's given up a handful of really enticing rebounds. And a couple of those have now led to goals for West Fargo Cheyenne. And Cheyenne now out shooting Central 22-20. Get the official scoring on it. Burns gets the goal. Well, they're going to give assists on that for Danner Brecky and Tommy Levin, and I'm not really sure about that because the first shot came from Cava. I'm going to change that. That was clearly Cava that took the opening shot that allowed the rebound. I'm not sure where the rest of that came from. I'm going to go with Burns from Cava at 9:13. We'll take a look at it again on our replay just so you can see it, but this is pretty much Cava, number 14, getting the chance. You'll see it right here. There's Cava high slot. Point blank on the first shot, and there's Burns scoring on the second one. But I did see a number 9 in there, so maybe we could, give an assist on a touch coming back out towards Cava from Tommy Levin. We'll go with Burns from Cava and Levin at 9:13. 5-2 your score. Grand Forks Central, their lead. Cut to 3 once again. And, what stands out here is that after the first period, even though Cheyenne hasn't won the second 2 periods, Cheyenne strikes you as the more confident, more physical, more aggressive hockey team. And Central has sort of increased their lead on their heels a little bit. Here's Che Kwame getting away. Kwame with a chance that's denied by Richter. Puck will go loose back towards the right wall for the Mustangs. They attempt to clear it out. The point is held by Nielsen. Rister into traffic, and Richter will hold for the save and the whistle. But really, Central sort of has increased the lead, retreating a little bit. They led 2-0. They took a 4-0 lead in the matchup. Had it come back to 4-1, took it back to 5-1. But even through that second period where they increased the lead to 4-0, they were increasing that lead while on the retreat just a little bit. will draw the right of Richter. And it seems like Cheyenne sort of used that as some momentum, and they came right back with it and got some things going. And it looks like now another penalty coming up, and it looks like another penalty against Central. Trey Clausen's going into the box for hooking. And that might be part of it as well, even though that's the first penalty of the period. Central's run into some troubles with the penalty situation again, as they did against Warroad. So we'll see a power play coming up for for West Fargo Sheyenne. The Knights back on the power play for the 4th time in the game. I should say rather the Mustangs on the power play for the 4th time in the game. They were 1 for 3 back in the second period, putting one in when they had the man advantage. Cheyenne with the puck back in their own end, looking for the breakout opportunity in the set. It'll go into the neutral zone for Bennett Benson. He gets corralled by Logan Nielsen and thrown down. And Nielsen will go back and pick up the loose puck and then pushes this back up into the offensive zone. You've got DeZiel trying to chase down a loose puck back behind the net, and Mac Blue hunting as well. And now DeZiel forces a turnover. He gets loose, fires. Richter making a save. It deflects behind him, and the loose puck on the back end won by Madden Weber for West Fargo Cheyenne to keep that out of the Mustang net. So DeZiel created a nice offensive opportunity for Grand Forks Central. Minute 5 seconds left to go of the power play. A look off the far side ice for West Fargo Cheyenne. They'll come back rink wide to Bennett Benson. Benson up into the offensive end, trying to play around pressure from Kason Panzer. Panzer, a nice job of standing Benson up in the corner. Puck loose. Finn Lockwood comes away with possession and plays this back up the ice for a clear. Pretty good penalty kill so far here for Grand Forks Central, and they've had an aggressive kill today. Another loose puck that Kwame got a piece of. He and Bollock are back up the ice. Those two have been lethal when they've had the opportunity to function in the offensive zone today. Bollock puts it back behind the Cheyenne net, and Kwame's not done. He continues to hunt Caleb Andringa. Andringa will flip it back behind his net for Jamison Allen, and nearly another turnover as Allen tried to play it back up into the neutral zone. This goes loose, taken by Cy Hassler. He'll play it off to Andringa. A stop, back off to the point, Allen. Right side, a look from Yestabo, chance in. Nielsen takes it off the chest. It'll go loose in the right circle. Mustangs able to retrieve with 5 seconds left to go on the power play for West Fargo Cheyenne. Left side, Andringa looking into the corner. A stop by Hassler. Hassler back to Allen in the high slot as Clausen rejoins his team for Central. Coming out of the box, he was able to put some pressure on Allen, and Yestabo will go back into the neutral zone to pick up the puck. Yestabo on the left played it up the wall. This will be played off the boards by Nielsen. And now the Riders, actually the Knights, get into a foot race with Walkenfuss trying to lead the charge into the corner. Viciously fought off by Cy Hassler of Cheyenne, who played it back near side wall. And here comes Brecky on a breakout opportunity. Brecky tried to pull around a defender. The puck floats in the air. Wouldn't come down in time for Brecky to get it back on the ice. Walkenfuss leads a 3-on-2 for Central. Burra stepping through some traffic. Clausen from a steep angle out of the right circle sends one wide. Boone Canta down to the doorstep for Walkenfuss, but ends up Walkenfuss with a tough stick handling play. Lost control of the puck, but Walkenfuss put a big body in on Bennett Benson, tumbled him along the left wall, and the Knights are back up into the offensive zone. A chip off the boards with Canta jumping into the corner, looking for a play from Burris. That one went too strong. Mustangs back up into the offensive end. Benson 2-on-1, Meyer behind him. Little backhanded flip. That was cut off as Canta took the ice body down to try to force the angle against Bennett Benson. Benson picks one off and gained control of the puck in the offensive end before his team could get onside. We'll see an offside call coming up against Cheyenne. Draws brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. Benson versus Ryland Spicer on the draw, and will be taken up by Benson for West Fargo Cheyenne. Back to Madden Weber in his own end. Ian Iverson along the left wall has one poked free. Loose puck comes out right side. Jake Spicer. He's got Rivard with him. Spicer tried to take a snapshot. Has it deflected. Weber stood in front, blocked it. Ryland Spicer comes away with control of the puck. To the point, finding Blake. Back to Spicer. Left wall on the wing. He'll come back towards the right. Shot coming in from Nielsen, blocked. Nielsen got it back down to the doorstep for Spicer. Spicer tries to fight it through traffic and couldn't gather it cleanly in time. Great pass by Nielsen, but Spicer was unable to grab it and reel it in. And the Mustangs come back up into the offensive end. Iverson out in front, set up by a hit that came out of the left wing from Porter, actually from Matt Weber. Loose puck back to Rivard for Central. Rivard dances around some traffic down to an E. Back behind the net, tried to play it out in front. That deflected. Goes back to the far side wall. Mustangs will knock it back into the Central end. We're down to just 2 minutes left to go in the matchup. Central leading by a score of 5-2. It's been a blazingly fast third period of play. Puck on the far side wall. Knights looking for control. Come back out to the high slot with it. Panzer back off to the line. Couldn't be held. And a quick knockdown by Finn Lockwood got his stick up high. It was going to be offside, but that's a good play by Lockwood that denied another breakout from Cheyenne. Walkenfuss up into the offensive end. DeZiel on his left. Walkenfuss just pulled down from behind. DeZiel looking to get it, but Yistabo stepped in front of him and played it back into the neutral zone. And then Yistabo and Mac Blue line up for a Teate. 1:25 left of the third. A step up, and we'll see a puck forced deep by Finn Lockwood. Rolls back to the near side wall. Yistabo plays it out. Back up into the neutral zone. Too strong. Icing to call. And we'll go back into the Mustang zone for a draw. I don't think Central's going to be all that happy with the way they played this game today. I think they feel like they're capable of better, and they likely are. But West Fargo Cheyenne has stepped up and really given them something to think about here this afternoon. And sometimes that's a good thing at this point in the season for Central to get a look at what's going on when teams decide to play them strongly. Panzer on the far side for Central in the neutral zone. Playing this back up on the far edge. This will roll back into the Central end. Finn Lockwood back for it. Going back towards the near side. Picked up along the line by Rivard. Rivard finding Kwame in the high slot. Stepping back towards the left circle. Rivard won it looking for Bollock. Pass was behind Bollock a little bit. Tough to reel in. Oliver Lashovsky comes off the bench now as a third pair defender for Cheyenne. Final 35 seconds. Puck loose along the Central line, banged back up into the offensive end, but offside will be the case. Jamison Allen has to give up pursuit for West Fargo Cheyenne. Bollock on the right side wing, dumps one down. 25 seconds left. Puck back behind the Cheyenne net and just launched up into the crowd. No one there. Not a big crowd here today at Purpur Arena. Not sure if the New Year's Eve holiday or the start time. You know, for some folks, New Year's Eve is still a full work day, not a half work day like a lot of people have, or a day off. So with the 3:15 start time might limit your crowd a little bit. But the good news is that you get the game in. You don't have anything from the first half of the year outstanding to have to play because of a weather event. This a redo from a weather event that took place mid-December. Out in front, little play coming from Kirkaby on a wrister. Stepped over it, couldn't get it away cleanly. Kirkaby steps back into the corner looking to control it. And this rings up on the Dashers and eventually whistled out of play with 6.5 seconds left. The Knights will move to 6-0 in the league, 7-3 overall, all 3 points today. They'll have 18 as far as league play is concerned. Will draw to the right of Ben Richter. This one comes back to Clausen with a chance that goes just wide of the net. Clausen hunting for his hat trick, and Trey Clausen played well today. This one in the books, and Grand Forks Central with a 5-2 win over West Fargo Cheyenne. Mustangs will fall to 2-7 on the season. They remain with 6 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and a lot of scoreboard watching going on over at Eagles Arena, as we understand the Riders might be in tough shape in the third period against Fargo Davies. We'll try to keep track of that one as we move to our postgame report today. Postgame report today brought to you by Spring Advantage and Lake Region State College, and we'll have that postgame for you coming up next, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500, or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We welcome you to our post-game report that we have for you today here on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports from Purpura Arena, where in our post-game report today we can let you know, you can't see the scoreboard anymore, but we can let you know that Grand Forks Central has defeated West Fargo Cheyenne by a final score of 5-2 today. As we welcome you to our post-game report, and we can tell you on our scoreboard brought to you by Altru that Grand Forks Red River was beaten by Fargo Davies today by a final score of 5-4. So we'll tell you more about the standing implications coming up, but that's another tough loss for Grand Forks Red River to take, and they've already been beaten by West Fargo. And now a loss to Fargo Davies is going to really put a topsy-turvy spin on the Eastern Dakota Conference standings. Our post-game report brought to you today by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, and seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage. Make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report brought to you by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing. Just a few of the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 and start earning, or take those credits with you to any 4-year institution in the North Dakota system and continue that educational journey. Lake Region State College, we change lives. Well, 2-0 at the end of 1. Central really played their best period in the first period today. Despite widening out the lead to as many as 4, the Knights really somewhat got outplayed in some certain segments of the game in the second and third period today by Sheyenne. Now, it's a win, and you never argue with one of those, but Sheyenne got aggressive, Sheyenne got physical and fast, and really gave Central some things to think about throughout the second and later third periods today. But Central, with a 4-0 start to the game, never really had any troubles securing this one today. Let's take a look at our plays of the game that we have for you today, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net gets started today with a goal from Donovan Bollock and a beautiful pass from Shea Kwame. You watch this setup. Kwame just hitting Bollock tape to tape on that pass on the wing. and that made it 1-0 in favor of Central. And then later in that opening period, similar play, Mac Blue finding Cooper DeZiel on his right. That one went through some traffic. DeZiel scored to make it a 2-0 lead in favor of Central at that point. That was on the power play. In the second period, you'd get a goal coming in off the right side. A great setup from Gavin Walkenfuss to Donovan Bollock with a touch that gets past the goaltender. 3-0 at that point in favor of Central, and the 2-on-2 game was working well. Then they turned it over to their goaltender, Weston Nielsen. Couple of huge stops in the period. The first against Danner Brecky on a breakaway opportunity with a kick save there. And then later, you would see two big stops made by Weston Nielsen in short order. The first coming out of the neutral zone, left up the ice for Jake Cava. The rebound was there. That was picked up and swiped out by Caleb Andringa. Both big saves made. Later, a power play opportunity for Cheyenne turns into a goal for Central. Trey Clausen jabbing the puck loose, coming up the ice, absorbing a hit and scoring, making that play alone. And it was 4-0 in favor of Central at that point. But Cheyenne kept the heartbeat as the power play continued near the end of the period. And you'd see a chance for Ian Iverson. That's banged home by Bennett Benson on the rebound. That made it a 4-1 score at the end of 2 periods of play. In the third, Central will get another goal from Trey Clausen. He was very good today. That was another singular play, helped out by Burris, but Clausen kept that going by himself, coming back from around the net. That made it 5-1, but Cheyenne would score halfway through the period. Rebounded puck that would lead to a bang-in play for Jace Burns. That cut it to 5-2, and that's how the game came to an end today. And those are our plays of the game, brought to you today by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. As far as the scoreboard is concerned today, Trey Clausen on it a couple of times with a couple of goals today for Trey Clausen. That was a big day for Trey Clausen. He's really played well the last couple of weeks for Grand Forks Central. And Clausen with a pair of goals today will get to 7 goals on the season, 12 points. Donovan Bollock, 2 goals today as well. Moves him to 6 goals on the season and 14 points on the year. They were the leaders today for Grand Forks Central. The remaining goals for Central, Cooper DeZiel picks up a goal, his 8th on the season. And that would do it for the goals that were scored today for Grand Forks Central. Finn Lockwood was on the scoreboard twice today with a pair of assists. He assists on DeZiel's goal in the first and Bollock's goal in the second. Pair of assists for Finn Lockwood will take him out to 10 on the season and now 11 points on the year. Also on the scoreboard today, Che Kwame with an assist on that first goal. He gets to 5 points on the season with his second assist. Boone Kanta picked up an assist on that goal by Donovan Bollock in the first period as well. 7 assists on the season now for Kanta. Mac Blue picks up an assist today on Cooper DeZiel's goal. That will get him to 6 assists and 10 points on the year. Gavin Walkenfuss sets up Donovan Bollock's second goal today. For Walkenfuss, his 9th assist and his 5th assist and his 9th point of the season for Walkenfuss. And Ryder Burris on the scoreboard today as well. Burris with his 9th assist and 15th point as he set up Trey Clausen's second goal. But who lit the lamp? Brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. Donovan Bollock with a pair of goals today. Trey Clausen with a pair of goals today. And Finn Lockwood on the board twice today with a pair of apples. And that's who lit the lamp. Brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. Well, with that loss by Grand Forks Red River to Fargo Davies, we'll come back and update you on the Eastern Dakota Conference standings. At the end of this one, we'll show you what those standings look like and get to our post-game awards as we continue our post-game report, brought to you by Lake Region State College and also by Spring Advantage. Your final, Central defeats Cheyenne by a score of 5-2. We're back with more in the post-game report next.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From repairs in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod. Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
We welcome you back to our post-game report, our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Ryan Cunningham with you today from Purpura Arena, where a final comes in Central with a 5-2 victory over West Fargo Sheyenne today. The Knights improved their record to 6-0 inside the league, and they are now 7-3 in the overall campaign. Sheyenne will fall to a record of 2-7 in the overall campaign. Post-game report brought to you today by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Again, you can get done in 2 years or take your credits with you at any four-year institution. They have campuses, their main campus in Devil's Lake, but also campuses in the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and they're always available to you online at lrsc.edu. Spray Advantage. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors. Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders, and 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage. Make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. Final numbers in this one. Sheyenne outshoots Central 10-9 in the second, 11-7 in the third. Shots ended up even, 24 apiece, but it was a tough finish today for Grand Forks Central. They win it by a final score of 5-2, and with Red River's loss today at the hands of Fargo Davies, we go back to our look at the conference standings with Drive for the title, and these numbers will change now, but those of you that can see them on your screen, Central will go to 6-0 in the league. They'll move to 18 points. Red River's going to stay at 11. They'll go to 3-3-1 inside the league, and that's going to leave them just a point ahead of Devil's Lake. Sheyenne going to Devil's Lake coming up here near the end of the week, and Devil's Lake's going to have a chance to win themselves ahead of Red River for the number 2 spot in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and we'll see Fargo Davies improving to 9 points. That's going to jump them ahead of Fargo North. So right now, that win by Davies puts them in 4th place in the Eastern Dakota Conference, a point ahead of South Shenley, and a big win over the number 2 team in the Eastern Dakota Conference. So a lot of things happening with that loss by Red River at Eagles Arena to Fargo Davies today. Let's go to our post-game awards that we have for you today, and we'll start with our PS Garage Doors 3 Stars the Game, brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR, where the PS and PS Garage Doors stands for Peaceful Season, and they want you to have one of those. They hope you're having a wonderful holiday season in 2025. If it's time to upgrade to a new garage door, they have you covered. Painless shopping is what they can tell you they have at PS Garage Doors. Their warehouse located at 4733 Demers in the Industrial Park, right on the other side of the I-29 overpass in Grand Forks. They have you covered with painless shopping at PS Garage Doors. Well, in this one today, interesting setup. Number 3 star today will be, I believe, Weston Nielsen. We're going to go with the goaltender, Weston Nielsen. He ends up making 22 stops in today's matchup, but you saw some of those plays that he had to make today. I mean, he made some very difficult saves in this matchup today in that second period when things just weren't going well for Grand Forks Central. You take a look at this one here on the breakout opportunity that comes for Brecky off the wall. This is Brecky picking one up, coming in. I mean, it's 3-0 at this point. A goal can change some things, and a big kick save there by Weston Nielsen, and then a couple of them that come in succession on another breakout coming from West Fargo Sheyenne. First one coming in from Cava, the next one from Andringa, both at point-blank range, and it's just tough to do that. Third star today will be Weston Nielsen. Our second star of the game today, going to be Donovan Bollock. He got the scoring started today for Grand Forks Central. Got a great setup today from Shea Kwame to get the first goal. This is a beautiful pass from Kwame off the left wing. Just hits Bollock tape for tape. You can't do it a whole lot better than that. And then Bollock later in the second period, another opportunity to put one on the board, this time set up by Gavin Walkenfuss, and Bollock just jabbing it in. He'll be our number 2 star of the game today for Grand Forks Central. But apologies, folks. Our number 1 star that we have for you today, a kid that I just kind of like more and more all the time, Trey Clausen. He made some things happen all by himself in this matchup today. The first was an opportunity that he did have absolutely all by himself. Let's jump ahead here. This is on the power, actually in the penalty kill for Grand Forks Central. Jabs a puck loose, and just one engine for Trey Clausen, absorbs a hit. That's your third line center coming up on the power play to make something happen there, which was a big opportunity for Grand Forks Central in that moment. And then later in the game, Clausen would put the 5th goal on the board, and again, almost a singular play from behind the net, back out towards the near side wall, into the circle, and just sniping on the short side. And heck of a game today for Trey Clausen. Really liked what he was able to do. 3 stars the game today, courtesy of PS Garage Doors. 3rd star, Weston Nielsen. 2nd star will go to Donovan Bollock, and our 1st star today is Trey Clausen. Our Points Against Hunger feature is brought to you by our friends at Northland Community and Technical College. Northland Community and Technical College teams with us to fight hunger in our region. They donate dollars for the way that our teams score, whether it's hockey, basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, softball. Our teams score, and you score fighting hunger with Northland Community and Technical College. Today, Central puts 5 goals on the board, and that means $5 will be donated by Northland Community and Technical College to the Pioneer Food Pantry in East Grand Forks to help stamp out hunger in our region. Points Against Hunger brought to you today by Northland Community and Technical College. How about our celebration of the game? It's brought to you by Balloons by Misty. Our celebration of the game means that the celebration has not started until the balloons arrive. And Balloons by Misty, ready to work with you for the celebration that you want to make extra special. They've done work on the national stage lately. You've seen their work on national network television, and they've also done major projects with both UND and NDSU. They have great credentials to take your celebration up a notch with the celebration of the game, brought to you by Balloons by Misty. Let's go right back to that first goal of the game. You can tell when you make a big play, you feel good about it, and the team gathers in the corner for the celly after Donovan Bollock puts the first goal on the board. A nice little dangle there. Team got into it. Love to see that. That is our celebration of the game that we have for you today, brought to you by Balloons by Misty. And our final award is our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the game, and it's brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, we cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializing in recovering those seats out of your ride, those seats out of your boat. If you have seats that need recovery, they are ready to do it for you at Finest Auto Trim. And for those of you that are facing the winter elements right now, if you need a custom-made cover for your boat or pontoon, or maybe an AC unit or power generator that you keep outside, Finest Auto Trim has you covered with that as well. Finest Auto Trim, big or small, they cover it all. Find them at Finest Auto Trim on Demers in Grand Forks. And I'll tell you what, that award also has to go out to Weston Nielsen for a couple of big saves that he made in the course of that second period. The game could have been on the line at that point. I look at this play where you don't have to make just one, but two, for those of you that are watching on KNOX Live Sports, and you see this breakaway play by Cava, followed up by Andringer right on top of the crease. You make both of those saves in short order, snap up the puck in the glove, and feel good about it. That's a heck of a play. Weston Nielsen of Grand Forks Central pick up the Finest Auto Trim Finest cover of the game. And that's going to do it for our coverage of high school hockey today here on KNOX Live Sports. Join us again. Coming up later this week, we'll be active again on Thursday, Friday. But for now, we want all of you to ring in the new year with some big-time celebrations around the greater Grand Forks area and around the state. Thanks to everybody for joining us here today. We'll tell you more about our upcoming broadcast schedule on KNOX Radio, and also check our website, knoxradio.com, for our declarations of where we'll be coming up in the near future. Want to thank our fine sponsors, including our premier sports partners. We can't do it without them. Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks, and Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. Central remains perfect in the EDC with a 5-2 win over West Fargo Cheyenne this afternoon. will be joining MVR already in progress. Enjoy your New Year's ring-in. This has been our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.